Hey, sports porchers! It's your hockey Jesus. Sorry for the noise. Sorry for the bad sound tonight. But when you're in Airbnb, you get what you get. And tonight, the Pittsburgh Penguins got lost. They lose tonight 2-1 in New Jersey, but they did manage to pick up a loser point. What am I going to say about tonight? Afternoon games kind of have this tendency where if the goalie's kind of hot, it's a low scoring game, goes about pretty quickly. That first period goal by New Jersey was just a ridiculous goal. Sheloff really should have had a shutout tonight, but Letang giving that pass up with less than a minute left in the first period. My goodness, I thought it was going to be all over after that. But this team actually has some resilience. They know how to just say, okay, that was just one thing. Let's get past it. And they did. They managed to get a goal in the second period. Not a pretty goal. Graves just kind of shoots it in. And, Crosby and Rust and Kindle are out on the ice. And maybe it was a little bit of their magic, but banks off of Piloff's or the defenseman's head and right into the net. I mean, you could see that the goalie just had no idea where it was tonight. Jake Allen just was like, what? It's in the back of the net? It happens like that. But we always know with this Pittsburgh Penguin team, if they're going to go into overtime, you better win it in overtime, because in the shootout, we are complete garbage. We are the worst team in the league when it comes to shootouts. And tonight was no different, giving up 2 goals, basically giving up 2 goals and getting no goals, 0 goals. And that's what we do. Unfortunately, that's the way it is for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Tonight had some interesting things. Kevin Hayes making his season debut. He looked fine. I mean, he's okay out there on the third, fourth line. I think it's just going to be the way it's going to be for the Pittsburgh Penguins. They're just going to that's what's going to happen. They're going to have guys coming in and out. They're going to have injuries. Tonight, Kevin Hayes gets in, look fine. The thing we learned about Hallander, he was playing up on the first line, if you recall, with Sid and Rusty. He got a blood clot in his leg, so he's going to be out for at least 3 months. I guess, it's one of those things where you're not allowed to travel in a plane. It's got to be completely done. He's got blood thinners, so you don't want to be around anything sharp when it comes to blood thinners. So he's going to be out for at least 3 months. Not a big deal considering the way Kindle's been playing up on that first line. My goodness, how about Ben Kindle? If you watch him play, and I'm gonna do some highlights of him, not tonight because I don't have my regular setup, but probably after tomorrow's game, I'm gonna do some things where I'm gonna show you how Ben Kindle, when he gets the puck, doesn't have the puck, doesn't matter. Straight to the front of the net. He's getting beaten around up there. Kind of reminds me of Jake, honestly. Jake may be a little bit more talented, but I'm telling you, Ben Kindle has hockey sense, and you can't teach it. You have it or you don't. This kid's got it. Love him up there on the first line. Didn't get a point tonight. Who else? Koivunen. Let's talk about Koivunen a little bit. This guy's going to get a goal. Mark my words. He's going to get a goal very soon. He's shooting the puck well. He's just a little snake bit. He's going to get something soon. He looks good out there. I know he doesn't have a point. I know everybody's a little disappointed about that. Stick with Koivunen. He's going to be fine, okay? What else is going on? Gina, that penalty in the third period. Dude, stop it. Stop with the cross-checking. You got the puck in your end. If somebody pisses you off, I know you're not going to skate away, but don't hit him in the head with your stick. Come on, Gino. You almost cost us. Good thing our penalty kill is spot on. 2 for 2 tonight. Penalty kill looks really good. Power play only got 1 opportunity. It looked fine, but with only 1 opportunity. And plus the way the ice was. Slow ice tonight, this afternoon, to Prudential Center. I think that's still what they're calling it there in New Jersey. And you end up with a overtime, well, not an overtime loss, shootout loss. Pens haven't lost in overtime yet. All 3 games that they got the loser point in, all 3 went to a shootout. Tonight was no different. And what else? Oh, one more thing. Last Hockey Jesus said that the Pittsburgh Penguins took 20 games to get to 20 points last year. That is not true. The Pittsburgh Penguins actually took 24 games to get to 20 points. So we're far ahead of last year's pace. Love the way this team is playing. But tonight they couldn't get the extra point, and that's the way it is. And they got one more game tomorrow against the Los Angeles Kings in Pittsburgh. And that's it. They're going to be off to Sweden. So you're only going to see a little bit of hockey, like 3 games in the next 10 days or something like that. So gonna have some filler stuff for you. Gonna do some specials with some of the rookies, do a little in-depth analysis. So that's why I'm here. I'm your hockey Jesus. I love Pittsburgh Penguins. I love hockey. I never miss a game. I don't care if I'm here in Cleveland. I don't care where I am. I'm gonna come to you live after every game, and tonight is proof of that. So if you like what I'm saying, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, because I'm gonna be here for you for the next 70 Bubba games. I think we're down like 60, 65 games or something like that. But hey, I'm your guy. So until then, tomorrow, enjoy whatever hockey or family time you get tonight, and I will see you in the net.